Namaste! Namaste, Taurus. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your April 2022 read. Taurus, you are known as strong, patient, persevering, and somewhat traditional, green-fingered and musical, sensual, maybe a bit possessive, and some will say greedy even. Slow to change. Taurus, the second house. You lead with values as well as your priorities. This is about this. The second house is the house of wealth and possessions. It's about your finances, darling dear. Your talents, your past, routines, and your ethics, darling dear. Let's get your rune. The birds are really going for it outside today, darling dears. Oh, you've got a duo. Lovely. You always read runes right to left when you're casting them. The first rune you have, darling dear, is Jera, the Wheel of Fortune. In the upright, I might add, is represented by the letter J, the numbers 40, 41, 42, and 43. It also speaks about abundance as well as peace being afforded to you during the month of April 2022. This is about earlier efforts that you've been making, darling dear. They're about to be realized for you. It also speaks about you having taken a gamble leading up to this point. You were spontaneous. It also speaks about winning of a lottery, some kind of inheritance, some kind of form of abundance is being blessed your way during the month of April 2022. This also speaks about the importance of timing. You have to think carefully before you make any actions or any false moves or rushed decisions during the month of April 2022. Why? You don't want to avoid, right, the abundance that is being afforded to you. Wheel of Fortune also speaks about change as well as a new vehicle. Some of you will be getting a new chariot of righteousness. Beep, beep. Make sure you've got your darkest glass on when you are driving past the Skullduggerous, darling dear. The Skullduggerous. Looking on the up and up. Oh, good golly and gosh. Your next rune is Canaz. This is represented by the Hermit. It also speaks about your creativity and inspiration. Also about what? A revelation in your spiritual learnings. Some of you are going to be lucking up or lucking into ancient knowledge and conquering it, darling dears. It also speaks about you having learned from isolated yourself from situations that was fraught and filled with skullduggery, codependence, and controlling. Solo dolo, like the girls or boys on the pole, darling dear. Some of you are moving into April 2022 single. Solo dolo. Canaz, the Hermit, represented by the Virgo energy. Oh, I didn't say the Wheel of Fortune. Jera is represented by fire as well as Jupiter energy, darling dears. You also have Virgo energy, the 6th house. It also speaks about your health and fitness. Some of you will be adopting or redefining your health and fitness routines. Some of you will be guided towards a vocation, a higher learning, higher knowledge. This is what the Hermit represents with the beard on the tarot card. Something that's taken time, darling dear. You're going to see it come to fruition. Whatever efforts you've been making in private, right, is about to be shown in public, darling dear. A spotlight. Some of you will be stepping into the spotlight, fame, fortune, and blessings during the month of April 2022. Big cat wave, Taurus. Fabulous so far. We're going to lead with the Canaz. I find them? Soul cards. One card, please. Base of the deck. Fear. Feel everything can rise. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Living in the energy of love, love of self, love of the Most High, love of a new beginning. I'll have to take it because my finger caught it. Good golly and gosh, you've got a duo. Relationships and gratitude. Some of you are going to be grateful for the relationships coming towards you. Someone is going to be grateful that you've chosen to be in a relationship, whether it's partner or business, darling dear. This also speaks about your dignity. A lot of purple, darling dears. Dignity as well as luxury. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, your highest good. The blessing of good friends and loyalty, darling dear, as well as dignity and luxury is going to be covering you. I have to take them both, even though I wanted the one. Will they both go on? I can stand them there. Yes, darling dear. Relationships. One more card, please. For those of you that was in regret, or somebody is regretting being around you, they're going to try and approach you with what? Remorse. But they're approaching you with unchanged behavior. We're seeing a lot of sacral chakra. This is about sexuality. It could be someone who involved you in a throuple, right? It could also speak about a friendship. Somebody who's betrayed you. They have not got changed behavior, right? And it also speaks about some form of loss. Somebody's remorseful over the loss of you. Unchanged behavior in your presence. Remorse in your absence. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. As you turned your back in that situation ship that didn't sail. No longer sailing. Base of the deck. Because you're an empath, darling dear. Some of you are Hioka empath, super empath. And you have to understand you feel things before you actually know it. And this is also you are using your intuition and your discernment, darling dear, to discern who has not got the changed behavior and would like to be in your presence again. Again, we're seeing the purple. Handle it with dignity, darling dear. With two of these and one of those. You're like, what? Yes, baby. Love and light. Keep it moving, darling dear. We don't go backwards. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, forward. Base of your deck. Somebody, the one with the unchanged behavior. It's not remorse that they're feeling, darling dear. It's regret because they can't F you over again. Yes, baby. This also speaks about a period of what? Lack and loss. You felt left out in the cold in a situation. You possibly had progeny with you. This also speaks about feeling helpless at a point. Lost. Lonely. Isolated. Taurus energy, you in your element. This is you standing in your power. Looking back at a situation where you had lack and loss. What is the important information for my Taurians? Good golly and gosh. Someone doesn't see you as a star. Somebody wants to block your blessings. This also speaks about what? If you guys was waiting for a sign of a miracle, darling dear, believe it to be here already. This is waiting, darling dear, something to come, stepping into. This is having stepped into a blessing. Star card, Aquarius energy on its face. It also speaks about somebody who was disloyal to you. Somebody who abandoned you as a partner. This also speaks about the breaking of a relationship, darling dear. Something that was unstable, brought you a lot of bad luck. It also speaks about jealousy, whether from you or brought into your situation through others' action. It also speaks about the what? Someone is looking at you with the hooded eyes of the unrequited love. Good golly and gosh. If that don't make you blaze up your Palo Santo one time, I don't know what will. A situation that you've turned your back on, darling dear. This is the intel. They're still watching you on the internet. Sputnik, this mouth breather. You heard that? You believe the deal was a deal. Everything is a sign in the readings, darling dear. This is why I don't take out the adverts. Well, it's a broken deal because your back is turned to them. This is you looking at your self-love. Someone who has lost control of you. This also speaks about some of you are moving away from a home. You no longer see it as a home. It's just a house, a building, somewhere that kept you. You realize that it's not a loving situation. Possibly stirs up a lot of past regrets, past blame, whatever it is. Some of you will be moving in the month of April 2022. And you also have them watching you with the unrequited love. Really? Let's get another deck. Before we move on. Let's see. Why are they watching Taurus? Base of the deck, 11-11 fade. You came with it, mate. You was bringing all of the smoke, the fire, the whole table, everything. Something you thought was a mutual agreement. Could have been a marriage, friendship, work situation, whatever it means to you. Unrequited hooded eyes, eh? Thank you. Yeah. A choice they made, darling dear, as well as a choice you made. We already saw the Two of Wands to turn your back on a toxic temporary situation. Oh, with Two of Wands, what did I say? A toxic situation. A situation that was abusive, possibly even delivered you a two-piece, darling dear. And I'm not talking about a KFC two-piece. Some that like to what? Not only tongue wrestle and fight, they like to possibly wrestle you. WWE, darling dear. Listen, a master manipulator, a liar, a hoodwinker, a bamboozler, a deliverer of cognitive dissonance, right? This also speaks about somebody mixing and blending in the background, still in a toxic environment, still trying to direct toxic energies towards you. All because you left. Wow. You left. You did a full-on tinky-winky fist bump for the new you and a new beginning. Why? Because they're stuck in their cranium about you. They can't stop thinking about you. Five of Wands. They'd love to come in like a what? Judas in a Peter suit. I don't want to fight you. I didn't mean that, black eye. What do you mean I slept with your friend? It was a mistake. I was confused. All of this and that. Good God. There, wow. Somebody's unrequited. They are no star. Look! A blessing blocker for sure. Master manipulator. And this person is not above spell work. They try to tie you mentally in a situation, darling dear. Possibly with their words or their actions, but you made a choice. You made a choice. World card, what did I say? You ended the situation. Divine is gifting you with a clean slate in the form of a new car. Change, darling dear. Change. You're intuitively guided to. Somebody's also what? Sending you energy of loneliness, blood. Lonely, lonely, lonely. Oh, well. Why are they lonely? Right? Because they're a low budget bitch or Mitch, right? And whatever seeds they try to sow, right, in your cranium and in your life of what? Blessing blocking, right, has been returned to center. This also speaks about infertility, darling dears. Somebody's going to make a choice not to carry on with a pregnancy during the month of March. I said March. Possibly finding out in March. They're choosing not to go ahead with a pregnancy, darling dear. Infertility in reverse also speaks about an empress in the reverse, darling dear. A blocking blesser, a come-up king or queen, a full-on what? Ne'er-do-well of the bad news bear sort. Pinkies up. They're having the unrequited love. Feeling remorse. But we know that remorse is regret. Judas in a Peter suit. Let's move this on. Am I going with the right deck? It's this one I started with. Let's give you another shufti to the next question. the lesson? Because we heard March. Something happened in March. What is the lesson that my big cat Taurus must understand? Right? You was dealing with a procrastinator. Somebody who was wicked to the core, darling dear. Self-serving, narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, all of the above, all undiagnosed, world card on its face. This person, this what drudges, what bringer of the darkness, they're still thinking on you and watching you on the World Wide Web. They would have kept you stuck, stagnant, and all of your blessings blocked had you not had the foresight to free yourself from a situation. I said March could be March forward, mate. Forward march. Yeah. This person is still manipulator, and they'd like to what? Control many. This person would love you to be vulnerable. They've got no spiritual strength. They're missing the solid foundation that you've created for yourself, darling dear, because their ships haven't come in. Whomsoever they locked upon, darling dear, we already see a reverse empress who's what? Getting rid of her pregnancy. Whomsoever this king or queen of Pentacles is in reverse, you was married to them. It could be a job. It could be a person. You was in a long-term situation with them. But there was a what? Procrastinator from the beginning, darling dear. A pretender to your throne. They came with all the smoke and none of the fire. This is somebody that can't co-create. They're going through lack, debt, right? Amongst the codependent. There's a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. So it's business as usual in their mud heart. Good God. Base of the deck, darling dear. Continue with your 11-11 fade. What do we need to know about this new? This is about new relationships, new partnerships, a new stable business, a new home, darling dear. Absolutely love it. Four of Wands, Aries energy. This is North Node behavior, darling dears. Absolutely approve of this. It also speaks about celebration. Some of you will be celebrating a milestone during the month of April 2022. What else do we need to know about this? Seven of Cups. This also brings in what? Multiple options. But Divine is also cautioning you, my big cat Taurus, to take the time to what? Get out of your emotions and choose wisely. Two of Cups on its face. Because you have also what? With the blessing, there is also going to be toxic and the toxicity. This is about you not being confused when making a said decision, darling dear. Take your emotions out of it. Because an injustice will be perpetrated against you if you allow yourself to be born or drawn into a toxic situation. Use your intellect, darling dear, your third eye, Queen of Cups. As I said, did you see it? Your loyalty, darling dear, as well as your strength. Your emotions are going to be tested by someone who did not want a situation to end with you. They wanted it to be ghetto Groundhog Day in your life for air. Split the deck. Yeah. Blessing blocker, darling dear. And they've come with what? Generational curses. And it speaks about a loss of finance in a situation. Final outcome for my big Captorians as they what? Step into the miracle, whatever choice you made, darling dear. Queen of Wands. And Five of Cups fell out on its face, darling dears. This is about you looking fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. This is about you plan, plotting and strategizing, taking action towards plans. Some of you have what? Got your emotional self on track. This is about you emotionally moving on from a situation, right? That you attracted. Why? Because you are spiritually gifted as well as guided, darling dears. This also speaks about you using your birth natal chart to what? Manage your emotions in a situation that you had to move away from. Queen of Wands is somebody who has the gift of the gab. You're able to what? Talk it up. This is about somebody stepping up to the mic. This is conquering fears. Some of you will become what? Coming out as motivational speakers. Getting your creativities online. As I've told you many times, my dear big cat Taurus, there is 2.3 trillion $1,000,000,000.com on the tableau for motivational and creative works online. Base of the deck, and it will be justice, darling dear, served. Mentally moving on from a situation that was what? Dragging you down, darling dear, breaking your pocketbook. It's about being amongst the disloyal, and somebody is definitely giving back what? A high commander Decepticon, the ring that was really a shackle, darling dear. Spirit is what? Breaking that shackle so you can dance once again. Split the deck, because your cup was never going to be emotionally filled in that situation. You had to learn to fill up your own cup. A legal situation. This talks about a divorce, leaving a work situation, actively realizing your worth, gathering up your emotionals, darling dear, and moving on mentally once and for all. Justice, the Libra energy of it all. This deck is closed. What fell on your Queen of Wands? What did I say? Empath. As you saw at the top of the read. Hioka empath on the Queen. Alright? Whomsoever was the freeloader, the bottom feeder in your life in the reverse. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, darling dears. This is about you taking a journey in your mind, and some of you will be literally taking an impronto journey. If you have prodigy, they're coming with your blood. Yeah, Capricorn energy, devil energy. This is about moving away from addictions, controlling behavior, releasing it, giving it to the Most High. Because again, we see the Virgo energy of it all, as stated by the rune at the top of the read. Canaz. In the upright, it says here, being practical, meticulous, organized, helpful, a perfectionist, right, and economical with your energies, darling dears, as you move forward, because you're moving away from the petty, right, those with the OCD, the neuroticism, right, judgment, right. That's what you're moving away from on the Queen of Wands, using your third eye to get you out of any situations that arise. Any more messages on the Queen of Cups? We've got meditate on it, darling dear. Some of you are waiting for an answer to a question. Divine wants you to pray on it, darling dears, and it will come to you. And as I say, pray. Look what's at the top of the... I didn't even see it. What got left on the table? This speaks about secrets, right, and outside influence. Somebody has secrets within secrets, and we've already float tested that over the dustbin as you step into a new season, one which is fortunate and blessed. And as we see the Wheel of Fortune, this speaks about a year, 1 year of harvest season for you, which will kick off during the month of April 2022. Any final messages? Base of the deck, call on your ancestral team. This is rich white lady season on Keitha and Malkuth. And in the upright, it also speaks about having assistance. They're only a prayer away, darling dear. Ask and it shall be given, knock and it shall be opened, in the name of the Most High. Father God, what did I say? The backstabber, right? Whomsoever that back front neck tabber was to you, they get no S, darling dear, especially the front tabbers. The 33 speaks about the age of Jesus and Bob Marley, as well as Law 33 of the 48 laws of law, 48 laws of power. You know this person, darling dear. They're at crisis point, darling. Crisis point. Possibly being stabbed in their back, front, and neck. Whistleblower. This also speaks about you speaking your truth. Speak up, darling dear. Don't be afraid to tell your tales. Speak your truth during the month of April 2022. Subterfusion bull swanky, darling dears. Somebody's coming through with the lies. Tower moment. Continue to turn your shapely back, darling dear. You've already done the tinky winky, and you're leaving with the bag, as foretold by the first rune, the Wheel of Fortune, darling dears. The 2 and the 5 goes to a 7, that's the Chariot. Some of you are going to be getting a new car. achievements and accolades. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.